Shalom, Markins for Makapashan Jimis, London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of JMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, preaching truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video, just a quick video, again on the topic of taking this MOTB, right, in the time to come. Right, I'm gonna entitle this one, "If you take it, you gonna get it." Right now, like we keep telling you, man, if anybody takes this MOTB, okay, the mark, right, there is no comebacks from this, man. You have committed the ultimate crime, the ultimate sin that is punishable by death, okay, and it won't be revoked, right? There's no pleading for mercy once you've taken it, man. Right, and only, those of you that in the land of America, right, are gonna catch a missile. Okay, that's what you're gonna get for taking it. Right, that will be the judgment, as we know, according to Revelation chapter 14. Right, so I just want to quickly go through this, and Lord will be edifying, right? So starting here, Revelations 13 and 16, right? And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads, right? It's something that's going to be in you. That's why it's we teach the implantable, right? When they put inside you the RFID, right? That's what it is, right? You go into the word mark, and you look up the words charagma, charax, right? It all references to something being cut into the flesh, man. Okay, even in your hand or in your forehead. Okay, it ain't like we've been saying, it ain't these bogus doctrines that these other Israelite camps are be coming up with, pulling out their asses. It doesn't fit the scriptures. What they teach doesn't fit the scriptures, doesn't fit the words that are being used. Right? Therefore, it makes no sense. Right? Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Okay, it's going to be a requirement for you to have access to the system, the new system, the NWO that's being created as we speak. Right, this new digital world that we're going into. All right, that's all going to be controlled by this mark that these people are going to take. Okay, which is going to allow them to buy and sell, and without it, you can't. Okay, you get outside the system. Right, so that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Right, and you go into this, the last word here, 6. Right, you go into that word. Okay, you look it up. Or these guys these scholars, right? They'll claim that they don't really know what this 6 really means, but you're gonna see the word stigma there. Okay, that's what the word breaks down to, stigma. Right, and you're gonna see the word stizo. You go a bit deeper, right? And you're going to see it correlates with what what it says with Mark, right? Something that's going to be cut into the flesh, put into the flesh, right? And the word grapho turns up, right? Which is that information that's being put on this chip, the C hip, So that's what it is, right? And anybody that's foolish enough to take this, believing that is somehow going to help them through this time of tribulation, rather than turn to the Heavenly Father and the Son, right? Anyone that's foolish to do that, you're going to die, right? Before I get to Revelation 14, I want to get here 16, right, in verse 2. It's off on the top, right? It says, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Right, so those of you down with the system, those of you that are taking his C hip, right? The angel's gonna come and bring a pestilence upon you specifically, right? And cause you to have boils and sores, right? A noise and grievous sore upon them is what's gonna come upon you, man. Right? Pussing out, agonizing pain. You can picture, same kind of thing, you know, that what Job was going through. Okay, what Satan brought onto Job, with the sores and the boils and that kind of stuff, man, you're gonna be in agony because you did this, all right? Because that thing is inside you, and it's gonna cause, you know, these boils, these sores to come out in your flesh. All right, so that's what's gonna happen as a what they call side effect of taking that MLTB, man. But the ultimate thing is the destruction, your destruction for taking that, right? And Revelations 14:9 says this, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture. Right, so it's full strength, right? Into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right? That's the missiles right there. Okay, you're gonna get left in the land of America to receive that judgment. Okay, to be destroyed by the thermonuclear weapons, man. Why the elect are getting beamed up? Those that didn't worship the image, those that didn't take the MOTB, those that believed and relied and trusted upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, while they're getting beamed up, you're gonna get flame forward, man. Right, to say the least, man. You're gonna get flambéed, right, in the land of America, man. You're gonna be part of that lake of fire. All right. This is verse 11. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right, so that's the judgment, man. So like I say, if you take it, this is what you're gonna get. Okay, there ain't no, you know, oh, I made a mistake, please Lord forgive me. Now it's too late by this point, man, because the Lord has been sending out his prophets, man, to warn you, and you've not taken heed to the warnings. Right? You thought it was okay in this time of trouble to lean upon Esau. Well, let me get that, man. How does it go? Trust Pharaoh. Let's see. This is the one. All right, Isaiah 36. Verse 6 is, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed. On Egypt, okay, you trust in Esau and his system. Okay, you trust in America, right? But this place is being destroyed. It's broken. The Lord has broken the staff, right? So wherein if a man lean, you rely upon him, trust in him, or in the system, right? It will go into his hand. And again, in this time, is where the MLTB is going to be going, man, in his right hands, or in his hands, in his forehead, or anywhere, you know, that it gets put. But that's what John saw. John saw people taking the C hip in their right hand or in their forehead, this MOTB, right? Because they rely upon the system, man. They trust in it. They believe in it, rather than the Lord. So whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. Okay, that piercing again. Okay, that, you know, implantable, being cut into the flesh. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. Okay, you're going to be confounded, those that trust in the king of Egypt, right? You trust in Esau. Okay, you're going to be confounded and ultimately destroyed. Okay, you're going to go down with him. All right. It's Sirach chapter 12 verse 10 said, never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Okay, once something starts corroding, corrupting, okay, iron and the like, right? It's never really gone. Like it's infested deep within, right? And you might be able to polish it on the surface, but that rust is going to come right through again. Right? Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in our place, right? So Esau's never really changed. Okay, he might have put a suit on now. You know, he might have started speaking a bit more sweeter to you. You know, he ain't calling us, you know, all these racial slurs, and he ain't doing well, most of them, because there's still some guys that will, right? But you know the elites at Esau, right? They don't do that, right? That's politically incorrect now, so they won't do that, right? That's not professional, right? But they deceive us with this look and this you know, the speeches that they give, right? And they make us believe that they're not the same devils that they were back then. When they had chains on us and whipping us, they make us think that they're not the same people, but they are. And deep down, that's who they are, right? They're the devil, okay? They're our enemy, all right? So yes, to set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Yeah, man, I get pricked. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh a wild beast? Right? So again, you've been hearing the warnings. And this is why we don't feel sorry for you guys, man, that don't get it, that can't get it. Because guess what? You weren't meant to get it. Right? If you end up taking this MOTB, man, it's because you got no faith. Right? And we ain't got time for guys like that. Guys with no faith. We're not going to sit and feel sorry for you, man. It's a damn shame for yourself. You know? But we told you, you should already know what Esau's about. Right? And especially in the time we're in, there's no way in hell that we should be trusting upon Esau and knowing what he's trying to accomplish out here. All right? It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh a wild beast, right? Because it's the nature of the beast. It's their nature. Right? Slakia. So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, because he's trying to deceive you. And that's what Esau was all about. Deception, subtlety. The serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, right? That's what Esau is. He's the devil. Again, deceiver. That's what it means. Right? That's how he goes about things. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Oh yeah, we didn't really want to do this, but we have to do it because the crisis is so bad. Things are so bad right now. It's chaotic. We need to implement this, that, and the third. And for most people are gonna, be along on the ride, man. They'll accept that because the things are so bad, and they want normality. These people always trying to struggle for normality. Once things go to the shitter, man. For the whole pandemic, man, trying to get back to reality, and things have never really gone back. I mean, you could say it's more more normal than it was. It's more familiar than what it was, but it's not gone back to things are not normal. Look at this place now; it's still messed up. It's still jacked up, man. Worse than it was actually. You know what I'm saying? So things are far from normal. But when people are allowed to go to the clubs and go out partying, cinemas, holidays, whatever, people like to forget what's really going on in the world. They like to be distracted, but shit is worse, right? So when times get even more worse, guess what? There's more things that these governments are going to have to implement, and more of your freedoms and all this that they're going to have to take away. Okay, hence why everyone's going to have to take this CHIP. That's what it's going to be. And for us Israelites out there, in these different camps, man, okay, we should know better than to play along with that, But we've got guys out here that are a bunch of sadats, man, talking about taking Esau's, devil's serum and all this kind of business, man. They're already down for the cause of Esau. They're ready to be the clergy response team and all that shit, man. They're ready. Because really they're gonna throw their people under the bus. All right, but like I said, we're giving you the warning. So you can't say you weren't warned. You can't say that we haven't told you, man, that these leaders are suspect, to say the least, man. That you need to be watching them, scopeo them, okay, and really have an understanding of these scriptures rather than just taking these guys' words for it, man. But anyway, verse 17: if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Right? Esau is always that's his MO, man. He's always trying to get one over, man. Verse 18 says, he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Okay, you're going to see him. You're going to see that Russ. You're going to see him for what he really is. Okay, he ain't the polished dude that you thought he was, man. Oh, he look pretty, yeah, he looks nice and he speaks nice. He ain't that. This guy is savage, man. You know, he is the devil. Right, and that is what you're going to see, man. A man that should not be trusted, okay, with anything. Right? It's 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11 says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay, we know the plots and schemes of these devils, these Edomites, of these elites. We know what they're planning to do. We know what they're trying to achieve. But these other cats, man, like ain't nothing going on, man. That Esau ain't trying to do us dirty. Esau been doing nothing but trying to do us dirty. Because somehow for some reason, we're meant to be letting our guard down around him. What the fuck for? Okay, that ain't the way you operate around your enemy, man. Guard is up. All times. Protect yourself at all times. Right? We don't give no occasion to say. We don't give him an opportunity to get us, man. Right? You're suspicious of that dude 24/7. When he say things, you gotta double check that, verify that, man. You know what his MOs are, man. So let's not play stupid games with Esau, talking like, oh yeah, you could take it, but you can repent, or you could take it out, or you could do this and you could do that. Oh, that ain't. Let's not play games with Satan, man. Let's not play games with Esau, man, because he out here to fuck you up, right, and stop you, being delivered. Stop your salvation, man. Stop you from, you getting your crown. Right? That's what he's here for. The devil is here to put people in shame, man. To test people, to test us mostly. Right? And a lot of our people are gonna fail that test. Okay, all the elect are gonna pass that test, But that's because they're not ignorant of his devices, man. The elect are not ignorant of Satan's devices. So they can't get advantage over them. But these guys, like I said, they got the guards down and acting like nothing's going on, man. The Esau ain't out here trying to destroy us, man. It's foolish. All right, I'm going to close up with this with Mark 8, verse 34. It says, and when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Right? We don't put ourselves first in this truth. We put the work first. We put the Lord and his son first, man. Most High and his son first in this work, the gospel, right? This is what we're commanded to do. And everything that we operate with, fits around that. Family, work, whatever. Esau's plantation, it fits around the truth. Our main focus is meant to be the truth, man. What we think about most of the time, what we're doing most of the time. Okay, when we know we're in captivity, we're in the flesh, and you need to take time out for those things. Understandable, right? We understand. But this truth is what we're really all about. Okay, this is what we were most invested in. Right? This is what we're doing, right? So we don't put ourselves first, we deny ourselves, right? In order to serve the Lord. Right? And also in this time now when there's going to be lack of food, the famines and whatnot, blackouts, lack of water, violence everywhere, right? To most people, this CHIP is going to seem like a good idea, a good thing, because it's going to, give them the opportunity to get food and whatever to fill their stomachs when they're starving, when they're hungry, right? So for a lot of people, this is going to seem like a good idea, But even then, you got to deny yourself, man. You got to deny that feeling in your belly that you're hungry, man, and pray to the Lord, man. Pray to the Lord for sustenance, because the Lord has done it before. The Lord can do it again. Right, but we ain't got to depend on Esau for that, because that's the trap, that's the snare he's setting up. Right, he's gonna trap you with those carnal desires, man. Oh my, I'm hungry. Oh man, getting stomach cramps and shit. That's how he's gonna get you, man. He's gonna break the people down like he has been, man. But food is one of those things that the people will break on. You know, when you can't feed yourself and your families, man. You know, people will do anything. You know, so you know, and these people are gonna run and flock to Esau to receive that mark, right? To get those goodies. Okay, but the elect not gonna stand firm, right? They're gonna reject that, right? And they're gonna rely upon the Lord to be fed and watered, man, to be guided through this tumultuous time, this time of great tribulation. We're gonna rely upon the Lord for that. Okay, because that's what we're commanded to do. That's what we should be doing as Israelites. Okay, we know that everything that's happening is the word of the Lord. We know the Lord's in control and He's the one doing it. Then trust in Him. Trust in Him to protect you in that time also. You know, but a lot of people are gonna turn cult, man, and run to Esau, man, claiming that, oh yeah, they was down for the cause, you know, never been a weak Jew, all these types of guys, you know. All these headstrong Israelites, right? They're gonna turn cult, man. Because they're not built like the elect are built. They're not built. They're not made of the same stuff, man. It's the key ingredient of faith that these men are gonna lack in that day. These men can't even, you know, face the doctrine, the truth of the doctrine, man. The men are trying to make excuses for themselves already. But these are the guys that are gonna end up being destroyed, right? It says, whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, man. You seek to go save your life, i.e., you know, you're looking for bread from Esau, so you're going to take the MOTB, you know, you're going to take the implantable, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, just so you can eat and survive. Nah, Lord going to take your life, man. You're going to lose it. Okay, we already read it in Revelation 14. You're going to lose it. Okay, you ain't saving shit out here, man. If you ain't on the elect, you ain't saving nothing. All right. So, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake, you give up your life, right? You don't live for ourselves, right? If you're not living for yourself, right? You're living for the Lord, you know, doing everything the Lord commanded you to do, right? Then you shall find life, right? You're gonna be protected. You're gonna be transformed, right? And we're gonna inherit the kingdom, man. All right. That's what you're gonna get for giving up your life on this side. Okay, for putting your trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. But whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospels, for this word, right? The good news, the same shall save it. So what should it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Right? Hey, this is an all or nothing type of game, man. Right? All or nothing situation. And in the hour of temptation is going to be with the stakes of the highest. Right? And you're going to bet it all, man. But some people are not willing to bet it all. Well, you're gonna have to. You're either gonna bet on, you know, red or black. You know, you're gonna bet on one of these, right? You're either gonna bet with Esau and his system, or you're gonna bet with Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. They're the two options you've got, man. One you can see with your own eyes, you know, Esau's kingdom, you know, him handing out bread or whatever. You can see that, and the unseen one, which is really the real one, the only real, you know, the only option really, right? But you just can't see it. You need, you know, eyes of faith to see it. You know, needs to be believed to be able to see it, right? And for a lot of people, that's hard to bet on in a high stakes game like that in that time. You know, so they're gonna go with what they can see, which they think is sure. But we got a more sure word of prophecy. We know what's going on out here. Okay, we know about the unseen. You know, we know it's mighty. We know the Lord's power. We know what He can do, the miracles He can perform. Right? We believe in that. We believe in all these records that have been left to us. Okay, we ain't gonna have to rely upon Esau on that day at all. All right. Like I said, man, you know, you looking to save your life, man. You're gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna do the opposite to what you think he was doing. Right, but us that are willing to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, man, they're the ones that are gonna receive life. All right, and that's what we plan to do, man. Lord willing. All right, so you know, with that, I'm gonna say shalom, Lord willing, this is edifying. And I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next one, man. So till next time, I say shalom.